Hi everybody, Heather Coleman here. Welcome to yoga meditation for balancing your water element. Let's get right into it. So we're going to start today with a runner's lunge. So bring yourself to hands and knees here with me. And I want you to take your time, take this at your own pace. We're going to step that right leg up outside of both hands. Now, keep in mind that you don't necessarily have to go super far back with that back knee. So just gently and gradually here, go back as far as you can. And I want you to gently surrender into this. You might find that as we hold this runner's lunge, you can gradually soften even more. Remember, you want to work within a place where you are challenged but not straining, comfortably uncomfortable. Now, your water element is really governed strongly through your sacral chakra, just under your belly button, front, back, and sides. And so this hip opening and gentle stretch through the pelvis type of pose and hips is wonderful for that area. And this runner's lunge, followed by our next pose, is also a mild heat building pose. One way to awaken water element in your system is to awaken your heat element, because the water comes in to balance the fire element. Now we're going to go into a half pigeon. Now to safely do so, especially for brand new people, I want you to push back so you're supported by your back knee, and then slowly begin to walk your foot over so you can bring your right arm around. Look at this, we're heel toeing. And then we're going to bring that shin down. Now, for some of you, you might just come a little bit. So notice I've still got a nice bend in that knee. My hip is still up. Maybe this is where you are today, and wonderful, great, especially if you're new. Maybe you're able to come a little bit lower here, and if so, again, wonderful. Now, talking about that front shin, maybe it is parallel to the front of your space, or maybe that foot is tucked in closer toward you. Doesn't really matter as long as you are comfortably uncomfortable. So a challenge but not a strain, or a stretch but not a strain. This pose is not only good for uplifting, so increasing your water element if you tend to be a little low on water, which I personally do. It's also good for awakening your heart chakra. And it's a coincidence I ended up wearing blue today. To tell you the truth, I deliberated quite a bit over what to wear, and I think I was meant to wear blue for the water element. Feel free to come down onto your elbows if you want to here. So taking this at your own level, you can always adjust that front shin. We do want to do our best here to keep that back hip squared off toward the ground as much as we can. If you need to back out of this or ease up a little bit, feel free. Again, this is your practice, your journey. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on 1, let's slowly bring ourselves back up, turning ourselves onto that right hip. We're going to keep that right knee bent, and we're going to bring the left knee in for a butterfly stretch. And it's definitely possible here that we might very well notice a real difference in those hips since we've stretched one and not the other. And as we hold this butterfly stretch, we're going to do our first mudra for union. And one thing that is great about this mudra, this hand position, is this is going to bring your water element in balance with your other 4. So we've got our left hand closest to our heart. Again, you're not going to mirror me, but left hand closest, right hand is going to wrap around the front. Now you're going to interlace your pinky fingers, bring your index finger and thumb to touch, and your other fingers are extended long. And we're breathing into this. Now if it's comfortable, you may bring your middle fingers down a little bit here. We've got our abs engaged. So once again, that mudra is left hand closest to your heart, little fingers intertwined, index and middle fingers close to those thumbs, and ring fingers out. So it looks like that from the other side. Looks like this as far as what you see. And this position is really great for unifying your water element with your other four, which are space, air, earth, and fire. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. So on 1, release your mudra. Now we're gently going to take that right leg around. Take your time with this. We're going to push ourselves up onto that knee. And notice we've got our left leg outside of our arms so that we can gradually come into that half pigeon here. Take your time with this. You may be best. If this is you, that's great. Again, we're going to gradually find these positions, especially if you're new. So if you can come closer to the ground with that back knee, great. Oops, you know what? I almost said half pigeon, got ahead of myself. This is runner's lunge. Runner's lunge. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on 1, there's our half pigeon. So we're going to take our time, lift up your left arm outside your left leg. That arm can help to heel toe your foot across and behind your wrists. Take your time with this. So the idea is your wrists are parallel to your chest. And, hopefully, maybe today, maybe not, maybe one day, your ankle is up to your wrists, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's in toward you, right? And so maybe your hips are still elevated. Maybe you're closer to the ground. Go wherever you're most comfortable today. If you want to surrender down for a couple of breaths here, please feel free. If you're more comfortable staying upright, you can do that as well. Now, all of us are made up of the 5 elements. In fact, if your curiosity is piqued and you don't know much about this, check out the other videos on my channel. There are a couple of videos all about this very topic. What are the 5 elements? How can you balance them? Most people are dominant in one element primarily. I've met a few people that are sort of co-dominant 2 elements. And so those of you that are already water dominant might find that this is just second nature, everything we're doing. If you're anything like me, for example, the opposition that you're fire dominant, this is a little tough for you, but it feels really good. Now, so from here, let's bring ourselves back up. We're going to keep that left knee bent. We're going to gradually shift our hips so that we can find that butterfly stretch one more time. We're going to take our final mudra here for flow. Now, the finger that is associated with our water element is our pinky. So we're going to touch our pinky to our thumb on both sides. Bring our wrists to our knees for 3, 2, and then on 1, we're going to release that butterfly stretch. Just find any comfortable seated position. Hold your mudras either in front or to the sides, and simply set the intention to bring your personal water element into perfect balance and harmony. So be it, and so it is. So thank you so much for joining me here today. My yoga videos address the physical, the mental, and the spiritual aspect of what we're doing. That's why you'll notice that we are very much focusing on awareness of where our body is in space, our physical body, and also what are we working on with our energetic body. So by bringing our awareness to things like our chakras and our elements, we are focusing on physical fitness with this body and fitness with the auric body, the energetic body that sits anywhere from 2 feet to 12 feet out from our physical body. Thank you so much again for joining me today, and I am looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Namaste.